What is going on YouTube? Just helping you out here. And for this video, I am going to be unboxing the GHome Smart Plug Outlet Extender. If you are interested in this product, a link to GHome's Amazon store and a link to this specific product are in the description below. Once I have used this product for a decent bit of time, I will likely make a review video where I discuss the details of the product and ultimately share my experience with it. With that, let's get into this unboxing. Alright, so this was shipped in this recyclable paper bag, so I'm just going to go ahead and open this up. And I'm going to go ahead and set this bag off to the side. This right here is just a little receipt, so I'm just going to go ahead and move that. And now we can first take a look at this packaging. Alright, so up in the top left here, it says this is the Smart Extender Outlet. It is the P2 model and it has a 2-year warranty. This is a Wi-Fi extender outlet, so you can connect it to your Wi-Fi and control it via an app anywhere you want, and it tells you that no additional hub is required. Now, down here in the bottom left, it tells you that it works with Amazon Alexa or Google Assistant. So again, you can control it via the app or using your voice. And then right here, we have a couple of images. This one right here is the product. And then right here, you can kind of see this is an image of the product in action. Right here and right here, we have two Wi-Fi symbols to show that this is a Wi-Fi device. And then right here, it says white because this particular product is the white model. You can also get it in black. Down here, it says this is a 1-pack. And if you notice right here, we also have some green accents to improve the look of the box. Overall, we have a black background, which I think was a smart choice because it contrasts well with the white product. Now, I will say this box does have a nice finish on it, and the material does feel a little bit nicer than a traditional cardboard box. So I would say overall, this packaging is a little nicer than average. Now, if we go ahead and move on to this panel right here, it says Smart Extender Outlet P2. So again, the product and the model number. And we have some of these green accents again. Now, if we move on to the right, this reinforces that it is app and voice controlled. If we move over again, we have a little bit more detailed information. So again, it says Smart Extender Outlet P2 and also P2 again right here. Below that, we have the input voltage and frequency, the output current, the USB port voltage and current, the maximum power output, some Wi-Fi network information, the manufacturer and their address. And then below that, it says that this was made in China. And then we have a QR code here. And then again, right here, we have a little image that shows this product in action. All right, now if we move over to the right once more, you'll see that it claims that there is an easy setup. You just download the app and then you add your smart device to the app. And now finally on the bottom, it says that it was made in China. And then it reiterates some of the information that I mentioned earlier. Alright, so overall, I think they did a pretty good job with this packaging. As many of you may know, on the front, I like to see what the product is, a picture of it, and then some important information, and that's exactly what we have here. And then I like to see that somewhere else on the box, we have some more detailed information, which we do right here. So I think they check all the boxes with what I typically look for. And again, as I mentioned before, I think that the finish on this box feels pretty nice. I think it also looks pretty nice. So overall, I think they did a pretty good job. All right, so now let's break into this thing. We have one of these tabs right here. So go ahead and open that up. And that just kind of opens like that with the flap. And so we have a couple pieces of paperwork here. So I'm going to set this down and go over those first. All right, so this top one right here, it looks like it's the Smart Power Strip instructions. And you see there's the image of both colors that you can get for this product. And again, P2 model. And so now if we go ahead and open this up, right over here we have some Wi-Fi information. Here it tells you the parts included. It gives you an overview of the product. And then if we flip it over, we have some specifications right here, which is the same information that was contained on the box. Right here, we have some main features. So we have voice control, app control, schedule and timer. So what you can do is you can program it to say, turn off a certain light at a certain time of day. We have family share. We have independent control, mini size, group and scenes customization, and V0 fireproof materials. Now over here we have some information about pairing, and then here we have a bunch of warnings to make sure that you are using the device safely. Okay, so I'm going to toss this one off to the side, and then we can take a look at this one that says Binding Voice Assistance Guide. So this one right here is going to give you all the information that you need to connect this to Amazon Alexa, the Alexa app, or Google Assistant. So I'm going to go ahead and set this one off to the side as well. And now we can take this main product out of the box. I just want to show that inside the box here we do have a cardboard piece that has some holes in it so that the product is stabilized in there and not moving around too much. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put this box off to the side so we can talk about the main product. Alright, so the first thing that I want to point out here is that this thing is actually pretty light. It's not that heavy at all. It definitely is lighter than it looks. And I also want to say that it's a bit smaller than it looks. So when I first got this, it looked pretty big in the pictures, but it's pretty much just the size of my hand. And it seems like it's pretty much the same size as a typical wall outlet where you have the two outlets that are vertically stacked. Okay, so now if we flip this around, we can look a little closer. So you'll see right here it says max of 1800 watts. Right here we have the power button with a little ring around it. This is probably an LED indicator. And then right here you'll see this says always on with another LED indicator right there. And that is to tell you that these three outlets right here are actually always on. So it's pretty much the same as if you were plugging something into a wall outlet. You won't be able to control those three. Those three are not smart outlets. They're just traditional outlets. So again, you would plug something into those, no different than you would plug it into a wall, and power will be delivered to whatever device immediately. Now, if we move over to the other side here, you'll see we have 3 more LED indicators and 3 more outlets. Now, these 3 you will be able to control either via the app or Amazon Alexa or Google Assistant, and you can control them either individually or as a group. Now, the outer shell of this device is just plastic and actually sounds pretty hollow. This plastic is also very smooth. It has a very, very, very slight roughness to it, but not much at all. Now, just before we move on, I do want to mention some of the safety features that I saw in the product description on Amazon. It said that the materials are fire resistant, UV resistant, and there's also surge protection and short protection with this device. Now, if we go ahead and move to the top here, the first thing that I want to point out is that this material is polished and shiny and very, very smooth. So it is a little bit different than the front here, and you can probably tell that by the shine and the reflection that you're getting in the light there on the top. Now, you'll see up here, we do have 3 USB ports, and these are also smart ports, so you can control them with the app. The only caveat to that is you have to control them as a group. You cannot control them individually like you can the ports on the front right. Now, this smooth and shiny plastic does go all the way around here, but there isn't anything else on the sides, just those ports that are on the top. Now, if we go ahead and move on to the back, this plastic right here is again very smooth, but it does have that slight roughness that's not polished, so it's more like the plastic on the front. And the major important thing we have on the back here is this 3-prong plug that you would plug into your wall outlet. Now, you will also notice that we have this plastic piece right here, and it is about the same size and shape as this piece right here. And this is designed to go in the bottommost hole of a typical wall outlet. So if you can imagine a wall outlet, you have one outlet here and you have one outlet here. So this 3-prong piece will go into the top outlet, and then on the bottom outlet, this piece right here will just go into the bottommost hole, and that's probably to keep this more stable and in place, or if you were to bump it for some reason, it would likely do less damage to these 3 prongs here because it's stabilized by this piece as well. Okay, so now we have some information below that, and you see again, it is the Smart Extender Outlet P2, and below that, you'll see this is all of the same input, output, power information that was on the box. And then below that, it says that it's made in China. And the last thing that I want to point out here is that we have 4 screws here that, interestingly enough, have a triangle head in case you decide you want to get into this thing for any reason. All right, so overall, I think this product seems pretty promising so far. I don't see anything about it that really worries me or anything like that. So I look forward to giving it a try and letting you all know what I think in a review video. All right, so to summarize, we have this bag that everything came in. We have the box that contained the product and these 2 pieces of paperwork. This paperwork right here is a little instruction manual, and then this one right here tells you how to bind it to things like Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant. And then finally, we have the smart plug outlet extender right here. And again, a link to GHome's Amazon store and a link to this specific product will be in the description below. And so that's about it for this unboxing. Feel free to check out all our other unboxing videos in the playlist in the top left corner. If you enjoyed this one, please drop a like, leave a comment if you have any questions or an idea for a future video. Feel free to follow my Instagram and TikTok in the description below. And lastly, please don't forget to subscribe and tell your friends about my channel so I can grow and help more of you guys out. I'm just helping you out. See you in the next video.